Hello, Raw Food Rehab. Today is Tuesday. It's June the 7th. And I wanted to talk to you today about recipes. And we get emails, or I know I get emails almost every day from someone on the site who has seen a beautiful, amazing photograph that someone has put up. And they're asking if I know where to find that recipe. And you know, if I put the picture up, then yes, I usually know where I can find it. But the majority of the time, it's a member of this website who has added a photograph of something amazing that they've made, but there's no way to know what's in it, what the recipe for it is actually. And so I'd received an email last night from Raw Food Rehab member Jody Clark, who's been with me since the very beginning. She's very active on this site, and she has volunteered to help collect recipes, which is going to be great, and we'll do that. But I would like to give you an opportunity to add your own recipes into our kitchen under the appropriate recipe heading. And I started thinking, well, maybe some of you all don't really even know how to do that, okay? And it's perfectly fine for you to link to the original source of wherever the recipe came from. If it's an original recipe that you've created, obviously you can say it's your creation. If you would like to link it to, maybe you've already done a blog post on your outside blog where you've shared this recipe with your readers. If you would like to do a hyperlink to your blog in the recipe section, I'm okay with that. You know, we have house rules, and I'm really trying to sort of manage all of these different blogs that are going out everywhere, and I'm trying to, you know, keep it to where when people log on to this website, they don't feel like they've constantly got members telling them to go all these different places, and we just want, when they come to Raw Food Rehab, we want them to be able to totally chillax here. And I don't want them feeling like they're being solicited to, even in concept. So when you go into the kitchen and you add your recipe, that is totally cool for you to add a link to your blog, because we want to give credit wherever credit is due on this. So it's one other way. If you're wanting to draw attention to your blog, it's a great way to do that. So let's go and check out the kitchen and see how we go about adding recipes, okay? First of all, here's our website. Now, let's just go up here to this top toolbar and click on Rooms. So we've got about 20 or so rooms, the Raw Food Rehab Mansion. Clicking on that. My computer's being a little slow today. Okay, right here under the featured groups, the kitchen is just right here. And you can just scroll down once you arrive at the Kitchen Recipe Central. You'll see all these blue headings. These are recipe tabs. And just about anything that you would have a recipe for, you're going to find it, whether it's a salad, a side dish, an entree, a dessert. So let's say, for example, that you've made an amazing raw food dessert item and you want to share that recipe with us. Don't mind my little mess over here. I don't know what's happened to my computer, but it's cracked and bleeding, I guess. Too much work. I've been working it too hard. Okay, raw desserts, here we are. So what you would do to add your recipe is in this text box right here, you would just type in your recipe. You can copy and paste it from an existing website. If it's not your website, be sure to link us to the original source of that recipe. For example, here is a cake, or not a cake, it's a key lime pie, and I'm giving Bit the courtesy, I'm saying photo courtesy of Bit. She's one of our members, and you can go right to her page and see where Bit is. And this key lime pie is in my book Raw Food Cleanse, so I've added that in there. And there's other things. There's another recipe that doesn't look very appetizing. Okay, raw s'mores by Matthew Kinney. So we're giving Matthew Kinney credit on that. And so that's how you do it. You just add it into a text box, and it automatically goes into the correct heading. And so the reason that you would want to add it under the heading is because if you just add it as a discussion, a recipe as a discussion, over time, that's just going to get completely covered up and lost in all of the other discussions that are going on. And so if you add it to the appropriate tab, just like think of it as it's a recipe book. So if you add it in there, you know it's going to be in the dessert section. And yes, it's kind of a pain because you do have to scroll through 2 or 3 pages to look at all the recipes. I'm hopeful that over time we'll have a better system for that. But for now, that's how it is. And I just want to encourage you, if you're making something wonderful and you would be willing to share that recipe with the Raw Food Rehab community, we would totally love that. It would just be so wonderful, especially for, well, really for everybody, but for newer members of our website who are just stumped. They don't know what to make. They're new to raw and living foods. And so we love it when you take a picture of it, because then most of us are visual. We kind of want to know what the end result is going to look like. So we love a picture, and then the detailed recipe is really great. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them here. And I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Love ya. Bye.